Today we are going to talk about one banking stock, a mid-cap banking stock, which has performed very well in last 1 year. You can say last 2 3 years, and overall, this stock I have covered almost 1 year back. It was trading around 120 rupees, and currently it is 220 rupees. And this stock has all the in metrics, whatever parameters you take, it has done well. So let us talk this stock in detail. And this stock is nothing but Karur Vysya Bank. Karur Vysya Bank, no, it's a small when I was covering that was a small cap stock. Now it is almost a mid cap stock, and let us talk in detail about that because sometimes you have to see some mid cap stock where you can see a good a good prospect from here. And overall, let us understand the financial health of this bank because banking sector has not performed in last 1 year. Whether this stock is giving some promising or not, let us check in detail. So talking about Karur Vysya Bank, let us understand their financial health and what is their condition. And guys, before I go, if you want any stock to analyze from our side, do put it in the chat box. Now we'll try to cover it as soon as possible. All these stocks, whatever we are covering, is based on your recommendation over the time. Okay. And guys, whatever no prediction and suggestions and whatever I give it to you, it is just take it as a suggestion only. Don't think as a recommendation. I'm just reviewing the stock based on your asking, and nothing like I'm recommending this stock. Okay, not I have invested in this stock. If my clients have invested, then I don't know. So this is a disclaimer I have to give as a SEBI registered research analyst. So talking about this stock, guys, if you see this segmental breakup, retail banking operation is almost 61%. So retail is 61%. That is good because that is where the margin remains, and the NPL remains lower side. Corporate and wholesale banking is 16.8%. Treasury operation is 20.7%. Okay. Similarly, when we talk about loan breakup in the retail, mostly it is housing, which is 42.8%, 43%. Mortgage 23%, jewel loans 12%, and others are almost 6.5, and vehicle is 6.4%. So majorly it is housing and jewels loan, where it has been actually backed by the gold asset. Similarly, when we consider this bank and we compare with other mid-sized banks, let us understand when we talk about net interest margin. So net interest margin is completely little bit moderated. If you see, it is almost 4.1%. ESFB is almost Equitas I am talking about is almost 8%, and rest Bandhan Bank is 7.6%, IDFC Bank 6.2%. So net interest margin is little bit lower on this side. Because of their you can say advances and all that, and low CASA ratio. CASA ratio they are working slowing gradually. If it day goes up, then the NIM will increase. Okay, but yes, comparatively it is lower, and but however it is higher than DCB and all other banks. We'll compare all this little bit. We'll talk about comparison with other banks, so it will give you an understanding of where the Karur Vysya Bank is standing against the competitors. Again, NPA, when we talk about NPA, you can see NPA is almost zero point 0.4, which is very low compared to other like CUB, KLB, 1.7 and all that. So basically you can see here there is a much lower NPA comparatively to other banks. Bandhan Bank 1.2, DCB 1.2. So zero point 0.4 is very low, and that is what they are able to control their NPA, which is a good sign. That's why their profitability remains quite good. When we talk about PCR ratio, so provision coverage ratio, provision coverage ratio is one of the highest, almost 94.9, and this is why this bank is done very well, and they have enough provision to cover any bad asset when it comes into the future. Compared to all other, you can see the competitors, it is much more on the higher side. Okay. Now when we talk about you can say ATM count also 2253 compared to all other mid-sized bank like CUB, KBL, okay, even IDFC Bank. Compared to that, Karur Vysya Bank are having the maximum ATM, and that's why their focus is there on the retail deposits and CASA ratio. Again, CASA ratio is lower due to high bulk deposits. So if you see, even though their ATMs are more, but Karur Vysya Bank is having only 30. Okay, CASA ratio, which is really lower because if you take any other good quality bank, no, they are having more than 45%. You see IDFC bank and all that, no, they are having more than 45%, 46%. Even HDFC bank, ICICI bank and all that, they are having a much more above 45%. So this is where no, Karur Vysya has to work a lot. Okay, because the CASA ratio is on a lower side, branch count is on a lower side, no, because of geographical condition. But yes, currently it is almost 838 only. Compared to Bandhan Bank, it is having almost 70 100 branches. Now, when we talk about dependency on borrowing, so borrowings with a बहुत ही कम dependency, it is almost 2.8%. However, you can say IDFC Bank is almost 25.4, RBL Bank is almost 13.7, DCB 12.6. So compared to other banks, so Karur Vysya Bank is having a much more dependency on borrowings, which is a good sign. Then only you will be much more profitable. Otherwise, borrowings because whenever you take a borrowings, your interest rate will be on a higher side, and that will eat away your profitability. When we talk about ROA over the quarters, how it has performed, you can see a little bit jump coming on ROA. Of course, this quarter it is 1.7 compared to earlier 1.76, but yes, then also it is quite decent. But yes, this should go to about 2 if the bank really want to perform well. 1.7 is itself is a good ratio. ROE is a metric, which is considered as a very, very important ratio in any banking company, banking industry. And like IDFC Bank and all that, no, 1.2, 1.1, no, they are not able to grow above 1.5 also. So this is when Karur Vysya is doing well, but overall it should go to 2 if we really want something, a big jump in the stock price. Net interest margin is, honestly speaking, it is on a lower side. They have to work on the net interest margin. It should go from here up. And they are going to take steps related to that. ROE is decent, around you can say 17.33. Last quarter it was 18.7. Again, yield on advance is almost 10.10. Okay, so ROE is also decent here. When we talk about EPS is slowly and gradually going up. You see, banking is in a problem because of CASA ratio. See, now what is happening? Most of the investors, no, they don't want to put in current account, saving account. No, the money is actually they are putting in current account, saving account, but due to SIP in mutual fund, the funds are flowing again back to the stock market. So this is where the banking is struggling. So EPS normally will come in a pressure, but 5.7 it is now, it is stagnant. Let's see. Hopefully from here it will go up. Cost to income ratio is 47.2, which is on a lower side compared to earlier quarters. So that is what they are working on, and slowly and gradually it is coming down. Okay, now when we compare Karur Vysya Bank with other main banks, no, two main important ratio you have to keep in mind. I think you should ignore PE ratio. No doubt P ratio is 12, and compared to that also Karur Vysya is lower. But mainly when we talk about banks, two main ratio you have to keep in mind, that is current CNP divided by book value. Okay, that is price to book value. Price to book value is 1.79. Okay, it is lower than even IDBI Bank, IndusInd Bank. Okay, and if you see Kotak Mahindra Bank, Axis, I say, of course they have done very well. It is much lower than that. Okay, so of course the valuation is on a lower side only little bit. When you compare, ROE is decent with comparing to other banks is almost same, and it is decent ROE. And ROC no need to check, but yes, ROA is almost going up. Here it is 1.60, but we have seen almost 1.7. It should go about 2 if the bank really want to perform well. And even HDFC Bank, earlier it was about 2, now it has come down. ICICI Bank is about to Axis Bank. So overall, no, this ROA should go up from here, which they are going to work on. We'll talk about that in detail now. That what is the outlook? What is the outlook? And currently, over the years, no, Karur Vysya Bank is able to perform well but from here, the small size bank, no, whether it will be performing better or not. So when we talk about another important point, credit to deposit ratio is around 80. Now that shows that, see, if it is 80, yani you can lend more in future. If it is above 90, you don't have that type of capacity to lend more. So 80 is a good number. Credit to deposit ratio is on a lower side currently. When we talk about the overall the sales growth and all that, no, you see 14% sales growth, but you can see profitability has gone up a lot in last 5 years. Average 50, 3 years 64%, and that is how you can see in 3 years it is 74% growth CAGR in stock price. 1 year it is almost 85% growth, which I already shown you. So this shows that now how good the bank is performing, and the bank and actually it is rewarding well to their investors also. So this is what the performance is about. You can say that sorry, Karur Asia Bank. Now let us understand about the outlook. Outlook is very very important to understand, because whatever price you are going to pay is for the future. So what, and we'll talk about the management commentary also and lot many important points. So basically what management is saying, that in the corporate segment the management is not distributing more than 150 crore rupees. So corporate loans they are going to restrict, and more focus will be there on the retail loans. Again, agri segment, 90% of agri portfolio is gold lending. Okay, so gold lending क्या होता है कि if you have a gold you can sell it, so your collateral is good when it comes to agricultural lands, because agricultural land there is a possibility that more and more NPA may come. Again, management express is gross NPA to 1%, less than 1%. Okay, and slippage would amount to 0.68 of total advances. So that is a good number. That is a good number. That is a gross NPA we are talking about. Around 2.5% loan book is unsecured. Yes, so there is little bit of loan book which is unsecured, but it is on a lower level. When we talk about the bank has onboarded Kotak Mahindra Bank professionals to increase CASA deposit. CASA, they have to work on it. Of course, CASA is facing a challenge currently. Hopefully, they'll able to work on, because CASA is an important segment if they really want to increase their net interest margin. When we talk about credit to deposit ratio, is around 85. So we already seen that hopefully it will go up as and when the lending go up, but 85 is a good ratio, is a good ratio. In 25, management expected deposit growth of 14%, which is a good decent growth of 14%. Same, management does not foresee risk for any state government policy and loan waivers of the government. No doubt their agricultural loan are very less, but they currently they don't have that type of risk where they see a big NPA coming. Okay, now when we talk about guidance, okay, the management guidance, the expansion of branches by 100 in financial 25. So basically, around 828 branches we have seen, they may increase by 100 more branch. Again, 80 will be light and 20 branches will be a traditional. There are two types of model. One is light model and another is traditional model. Management for shall focus on growth, profitability, and asset quality to in order to increase the, you can say, no, the valuation of a bank and all that. And also, no, these parameters are very very important for any retail investor say before investing. Again, in order to curb the slippage in the retail segment, now management is looking to improve its digital underwriting process. So they are going to improve the digital underwriting process so that no slippage is comes down at the retail segment level. When we talk about basically they expect a good growth in retail and MSME book, while corporate book growth remains muted. So more and more growth is going to come in retail and MSME book. Okay, and that is a good thing. Mostly in retail, if it comes, the net interest margin will go up. Now, when we talk about the valuation, when we talk about, as I told you, the RO is one of an important metrics to check. You see, Karur Vysya Bank. Karur Vysya Bank, if you see, is much more lower than you can see SBI, IDFC, Axis, AU, HDFC, and all that. Okay, so the valuation is not so high for Karur Vysya Bank from here. Also, when we talk about ROA, the way it is there, and no, if we talk about price to book will and all that, so it is not so high. So that is a good thing for Karur Vysya Bank. So basically, you understand what I'm trying to convey here is that overall the things looks much much better for this bank from here also, and no, the guidance and all that. Now we have to see how the management is able to focus on increasing their CASA ratio and also reducing their NP. Anyways, it is on a much more lower side, but they have to increase the net interest margin. But this banks looks good overall. No, if you see the way it has performed over the time. Again, guys, it is just now when I see the financial, this is what I feel. Again, I'm repeating, please consult your financial advisor and do your own study before investing. I've covered this stock earlier, that's why I thought, okay, let me cover this stock again. But overall, things are much shaping in a much better position for Croatia. From here, also, hopefully, when the interest rate cut may start happening, maybe from September and October onwards, this bank will be benefited out of that also. So this is what I wanted to convey, guys. Hope you like this video, guys. If you like this, please like and share this video to everyone, and do subscribe to our channel. If you want any stock to be analyzed from my side, put it in the comment box. I'll try to cover that. Again, guys, I'll see you soon next video. By the way, you can check out other videos also, where I'm putting lot many informative videos to make you understand how to evaluate any stock.